Long ago in the dusty plains of Spain, there lived a man named Alonso Quijano, a man so ordinary, so unnoticed, that the world might have forgotten him, if not for the madness that soon consumed his soul. He was not a soldier, not a king, not even wealthy, but Alonso had a treasure more dangerous than gold, a library filled with old books about knights, dragons, and noble quests. He read them day and night, until his mind blurred the line between fantasy and reality. One morning he looked in the mirror and no longer saw Alonso Quijano. He saw Don Quixote de la Mancha, a fearless knight chosen by destiny to bring back the lost age of chivalry. He polished an old suit of armor, cracked and rusty from time. He placed a barber's bowl on his head as a helmet, and he mounted his old horse, a thin, weary creature he named Rocinante, the noble steed. And with a heart full of dreams, he set off to right all wrongs in the world. But every hero needs a squire, someone to follow him, question him, and keep him from flying too high. That man was Sancho Panza, a humble farmer, round-bellied and full of common sense. Don Quixote promised him riches, glory, and even an island to rule someday. Sancho laughed, but curiosity won over doubt. And so, together, they rode into the impossible. Their first battle came swiftly. Don Quixote spotted a line of towering giants in the distance. He raised his spear and shouted, "Stand firm, foul monsters! You threaten the good people of this land." But Sancho cried, "Sir, those aren't giants and they're windmills." "Coward!" Don Quixote roared. "Even now they move their long arms to strike us down." And before Sancho could stop him, he charged. The windmill's blades spun with the wind, struck his spear, and flung him through the air. He landed broken, bruised, yet utterly convinced that an evil enchanter had turned the giants into windmills to deceive him. Sancho sighed, and thus began one of the strangest journeys ever told. Everywhere they went, Don Quixote saw what wasn't there. A simple inn became a castle. Barmaids turned into princesses. A flock of sheep became an enemy army. And a pile of dusty helmets? The legendary helmet of Mambrino. He fought phantoms that no one else could see, and though people laughed at him, mocked him, even beat him, he never gave up his vision of being a true knight. Yet beneath the comedy and confusion, Cervantes, the author, was showing us something powerful. Don Quixote's madness wasn't just foolishness. It was a mirror to a world that had forgotten honor, kindness, and dreams. Where others saw filth and greed, he saw purity and nobility. Where others mocked the poor, he bowed to them like kings. He believed that one man, with courage and faith, could make the world better, even if everyone else called him crazy. As the story unfolds, Don Quixote and Sancho wander from one misadventure to another. They are beaten, deceived, ridiculed, yet they grow. Sancho, the practical man, starts to believe in dreams, and Don Quixote, the dreamer, begins to see a bit of truth through the illusions. In one famous moment, Don Quixote dedicates all his deeds to a woman he's never met, Dulcinea del Toboso, a peasant he imagines as a noble lady. To him, she symbolizes purity, love, and faith, the kind of ideal the real world had long forgotten. But the real world doesn't tolerate dreamers forever. Years pass. Don Quixote's body weakens. His illusions start to fade. He returns home, broken and old. And in one final twist, he awakens from his madness. He realizes he is not Don Quixote the knight, but Alonso Quijano, an aging man who lost himself in dreams. Sancho begs him to ride again, to live as Don Quixote once more. But it's too late. The dream has ended. He blesses Sancho, thanks God, and quietly dies, a man who lived between illusion and truth. But here's the secret. Though the man died, the dream lived on, because centuries later we still speak his name, Don Quixote, the man who charged at windmills and dared to believe in something greater than himself. Cervantes wrote this tale not just as comedy, but as a mirror of humanity. He lived in a Spain torn by war, greed, and corruption. He had been a soldier, a prisoner, and a poor writer in a world that rewarded lies and punished ideals. So he created Don Quixote to ask a question that still haunts us today. Is it better to live a life of harsh reality or die for a beautiful dream? Because sometimes the line between madness and greatness is thinner than a sword's edge, and sometimes the world needs fools like Don Quixote, fools brave enough to believe. Moral lessons. Dreamers may fall, but they awaken the world. Reality without ideals is empty, but ideals without wisdom are blind. True courage isn't winning every battle. It's fighting for what's right even when the world laughs at you. Don't let the world turn your heart to stone. Even if your dreams seem foolish, ride toward them. Centuries have passed, the windmills still turn, and somewhere in every one of us lives a small spark of Don Quixote, waiting to rise Mount Rocinante and chase the impossible once more. To dream the impossible dream is the greatest victory of all. If you enjoyed this story, do not forget to subscribe, like, and let me know in the comments what novel you'd like me to tell next.